Hi guys, this is my review of 50 Shades Darker, and my god, this movie. I just can't review this with a straight face. This movie, it's. Okay, where to start? Okay, let's start with the script. Oh my god, this has got to be one of the worst. This has got to be definitely one of the worst scripts I've just ever heard. Dialogue, it's so ear scraping. I mean, for a perfect example of this, you look no further than the actual trailer for this. It's. Of course, I will go to dinner with you, but because I'm hungry, not for anything else. How, like, that's the actors, like, you can see them really trying. They're really working with a really bad script and one of the worst directing I've seen. It's unintentionally funny. It's the most. I came out of the cinema with my friend, and I just turned and looked and said, "That is the most unintentionally funniest film I have seen in a long time." It's so bad. It's one of those ones that's just, it's so bad it's actually hilarious. Right, let's really be honest. These books, the book series, have been huge hits because of one aspect that they have to them, and that is the amount of sex that's in these, and I think there's a lot more. There's a lot more of this sex actually in this film than there is. I think there's bigger scenes of the sex in the first film, but there's more, less bigger and less graphic, but more of the sex in this one. And it's just like it's hard to watch because it's so cringeworthy because these actors have just got no chemistry between them. So when it comes to those scenes, it's painful to watch. It's actually painful to watch. It's the only good thing I can really say about this film. I can imagine it being it can make these movies can make really fun drinking games when to get drunk at. Every time someone says a cringeworthy line, every time someone says something sexual. Anytime Jamie Dornan does this, that face, or when Dakota Johnson does the yeah, oh god, it's so bad. There's no characterization in this film whatsoever. The only character I'd say they've actually characterized a little bit more throughout this, from where we met him in the first film, was actually Christian Grey. So props to the makers for that. I don't know if it was a thing in the books, but props to the guys for that, and props to them. For really trying to emphasise more on the story this time. This one does have a better story than in the first film. It's actually got a proper story that actually, it sort of makes some things interesting, actually. So, you know what I mean? It's kind of like, I do want to see the third one, just to see how some things pay out, but I won't be rushing out first night to see it. I may just watch it on DVD with a few drinks, because there's just so many painful aspects towards this movie. It's if I was to give this a review out of 5, I'd give it a 2. It's not bad enough to deserve a 1. It's not good enough to deserve a 3. It's the acting, it's bad, but you can really tell with the actors they're working with a bad direction and a bad script, and they're really, really trying that. They're trying. That's the thing that comes through with them. They are actually trying. They are good actors. Jamie Dornan is a fantastic actor. When he's in other things, and Dakota Johnson's she's. I think she works better as a comedic actress, to be fair. And Kim Basinger comes in and plays a sort of villainish part, and she's actually not too bad. Actually, there says she's actually giving a pretty decent performance in the few scenes that she's in. That is the level that, you know, her character is actually what makes it slightly more interesting. But it's, honest to God, like when it says at the credits directed by James Foley, you know, I just look at it and go, do you know what? This movie may as well have not actually even had a director and gone. It should have just gone directed by a committee or directed by someone who was clearly directed by E.L. James. Because I think the scriptwriter is like her husband or something, and the books are so... I read the first book and it's the worst book I've ever read. It's so poorly written. It's so... and it's just... It just makes me cringe, the fact that she had to have her husband come in and do the screenwriting, and the fact that she's got a thing in the right saying that they have to use some of the dialogue from the actual books, and you got you going... I thought it was Universal would have gone, no way, we still want to make this, try and make a good film here. It's like in the first one, they were, you get the sense where the director was at conflict, she still wanted to try and make something, you know, interesting, like, interesting film. She was trying to make something, they were trying to make something. I feel sorry for these makers, because they're trying to make something good out of what's something that's crap, but clearly they've signed up for as a job and commission. One good thing that I would say, like I would say with the first one, is the soundtrack's bloody phenomenal. I mean, it's a really, really good soundtrack. But it's just, it's a painful watch, to be honest with you. I mean, the movie's predictable as anything, and they end it on a sort of a cliffhanger a bit. This one has, this is where I give the movie a bit of credit. In the first one, it was like, ending was, Anna, Christian, boom, elevator door shut. And then that's it. It's like, what the hell, that wasn't an ending. That wasn't an ending or anything. It was just stopped. The movie just stopped. And, like, in this one, you're kind of thinking, I wish this movie would just end soon, because it drags for so long. And you're like going, we've had about 7 sex scenes here, and we're only like 30 minutes into the movie. It's ridiculous. And I don't know if that's the exact number, but that's what it felt like. That's exactly what it felt like. It's just so... it's just so bad. It's just so cringeworthy, and it's just like... But this one, actually, they end it on a cliffhanger though, but it's a clear ending for this part, for the part of the story, and that's one thing I have to give the editors and things credit by. At least they gave it a clear ending. It felt more conjunctive in the movie. It had a clear beginning and it had a clear ending. That was good. Whereas not just Christian, vroom. It just annoyed me, that bit. In the first one, it just annoyed the crap out of me. But no. And one thing I would just say, Jamie Dornan looks a lot more... He looks better in this film, actually, I have to say. It's... I'm not talking about... I'm talking about, in a way, like... In the first film, he sort of looked a bit like, really, this guy's Christian Grey. He looks a bit sort of sneaky and things, like just with decent body. This one, they actually made... It's clear that they just tried to make him look a bit more handsome, and he does, actually, to be fair, in this one. And I think the whole cast, the makeup-wise and just the look of the cast is phenomenal. I'm still confused why they got someone like Kim Basinger in this, who's like, it's like, come on, you're better than this. You're better than this. You don't need this. You're better than this. But she's still trying to clearly bring something more to this. But it's obviously the movie's already been a massive hit, across the worldwide. I'm very late with this reviews because I've only just seen it, and I'd said to my friend, I'd love to see this quote on the poster, the most unintentionally funniest film ever, and I think actually it would bring in more ticket sales if people saw it like that. So it's oh my god. It's just so cringeworthingly bad. It's actually like, I actually generally at one point, like, I think it was about 40 minutes into the movie, I felt my ears like going, are my ears bleeding? Because it's like, it weirdly, it sent a sensation into my ears, and you just go, is this dialogue so bad it's making my ears bleed? My ears generally felt, on a non-joking level, my ears generally felt like it was bleeding. But it's but it was really weird. Like when I went to see it, it was. I'll tell this story. This is quite a funny one because the amount of sex scenes are in this film, and it was just so bad and able to watch, and just the sheer amount of them in this film. And I understand fully that that's the reason why the books are a success. I understand fully. But what happened was, it was a fairly, to say this movie's been out 3 weeks now, it was a fairly half-full cinema room still, for a 5:30 showing, it was, and then this woman in middle-aged, she just got up out of her seat and was just leaving. I'm thinking, well, she probably just, you can, but the fact is she actually said, "This is too much for me," and left and went to the bar at the cinema. And I was just like, I thought, I am so mentioning that in my review. She just went, this is too much for me. And that was, I came out and said, that was actually the highlight of the movie. When a member of the audience did that, that was the highlight of the film. Oh, but it was just, it was painful to watch. It's a painful watch, but I can imagine it making a really good, quite funny, fun, actually drinking game. So someone, please, if there already is one, please comment in the comment section below where to find the rules and stuff for this. So yeah, guys, 50 Shades Darker. What would I say? It's the areas there are improvements are in the first film. And then there's areas where it actually is just, it's even worse. Like, at least in the first one you felt as though there was a director involved. I just felt like there was no director in this film. I just felt like it may as well say directed by someone, directed by Universal, directed by E.L. James. The credit just felt like that's what it should have been. So yeah, I will give this movie, out of 5, I'll give it a 2. I'll give it a solid 2 out of 5. And if you have seen this movie, please like and share your, and comment in the comments below. And if you like this movie, fair play to you. It's art. All movies divisive. It's a matter of opinion. I'm not going to judge you for it. No one will judge you for it. So yeah, please like, share, and comment below what your thoughts of 50 Shades Darker was. And if you like what you see here, please feel free to subscribe to the channel. It would really help the support. Thank you very much, and I'll see you all soon.